Maybe if you're looking to take advantage of certain things, the major high street banks generally get the information first or get access to things first, and then Starling does have it. It wasn't particularly long. I think it was maybe a couple of weeks after the bounce back loan came out that you could access that through Starling, but they didn't get it straight away. So things can just be a little bit easier when they're big government projects that they're working on, that maybe it's going to be interesting for you through the major high street banks. And startup banks maybe not so, because maybe they're taking time to adopt or be accepted into the program. But the big high street banks can get access to these corporate funds or government funds a lot easier and a lot quicker. One thing which I will also add is right now, and it's quite an interesting thing, is that basically the UK government, which is part of like the banking regulations, asked or told, should we say, all the big banks to do a survey of their customers and to feed back the results to their customers. Why? Right now there is a big thing going on within the UK trying to encourage business banking to change. If I give you an example, my sister was told that she would be paid quite a bit of money by her bank to move to another bank. And she was like, this is crazy. And that was very, very interesting. So quite simply, what's happened? Well, they're now releasing results of their customer feedback surveys. And I'll drop an update up there or a screenshot of what the feedback was. And I think it's quite interesting to look at is to say overall customer service quality. Now, if I put it in perspective, me personally, my main personal bank account is First Direct. I use them because every time I want to make a phone call to them, there is no robot, there is no computer, there's no select one. I just pick up the phone to a human being and I talk to them. And that is what I want. When I've got a problem, I can speak to someone straight away. Now, I don't pay any more for them. They give great service, and I literally stay with First Direct and I rave about them because of the service. And 9 times out of 10, you don't need them, but when you do need them, and you've got a problem, it's that service which is going to make a difference. So while First Direct don't have a business bank account, what I'd recommend you do is think about some of these banks up here. Why? Because when things go wrong or when you've got problems, it is that customer service which is going to make all the difference. So what's quite nice, obviously I bank with Santander, they're number 3 on that list as rated by their customers, and that's all the customers, not just from Santander, that's from everyone. So I think that's quite interesting and something to seriously consider when you're looking at what bank to choose. Customer service is going to be key. A final top tip, something to consider. Now, quite simply, right now, it looks like within the UK, we're going to be leaving the EU. We don't know what the future holds. But one thing that we've always talked about in, other videos where we've done them is about trade with the EU, international currency. And hey, maybe when you're watching this, we're still in the EU. I don't really know what's going to happen. But generally speaking, a couple of other banks that people talk about, things like TransferWise and even Revolut. These are some great bank accounts. They create accounts. But one thing which I generally say is some people have had trouble with them, using them, setting up Amazon, have maybe had problems that they typically don't have with a high street bank. So there is no reason why you can't create a normal high street bank or even like a Starling account, use that with your Amazon account as a main place to collect your funds. And then in addition to that, have a TransferWise account. That's something that I'd probably really recommend. But I might say just be careful about creating maybe a TransferWise account or even a Revolut account as your main business account. Sometimes these things have questions with Amazon and it just causes some problems. So I think top tip for me there is create a standard business bank account with one of the top 4 we talked about. And then in addition to that, maybe create a international monetary account, might be TransferWise or Revolut. And then you can transfer money from that into your UK account. That shouldn't be a problem. But a lot of the time people just prefer and find it easier working solely with one of the bigger names, and that works fine. Top tip for you there. Hopefully that is going to save you a headache in the future and obviously help your Amazon business grow. What I will say is that is pretty much everything I'm going through with banking. Hopefully you found it useful, and hey, hopefully maybe it's shared some information to you about your business bank. What I'm going to say is maybe there's something you're looking at, maybe another bank you're considering, and you've got some questions, drop it down below. I'll hopefully answer those questions for you. But do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know how you're getting on in your Amazon journey. But for me, Thomas Parkinson, thank you very much.